get on my fuel. I do that sometimes. I'll pump it part way and then leave. I did that like twice in my life. And I knew somebody at the gas station, and they told me, they said, yeah, people do it all the time. They pay up front and then they don't pump it all. And they say, we just grab our car and go out there and pump it. I was like, wow, that's a cool way to get a full tank of gas real quick. Okay, ooh, it's rained. And then my next thing is I have got to, the thing I have the traction control on too. No guarantee though. So, I have got to, I tore my car apart, my bed and everything out of it again. Did that yesterday. Got it all put back together and now I tore it up again. Because I had to move that big TV. And the seat is in my car. And now I got to put that all back together and like I'm soaking wet. And it's windy now. And it's a little cooler. It's about 54 now. And I mean I'm soaking wet totally. That stuff. So anyway, I think I'll go to the harbor lot, because the indoor garage, and go pull up in there. I don't know if it'll be warmer, but it won't be windy, and try to put this bed together, which takes time. Put it all back together like I had it, so nicely. I got one of my shoes listed, and the one that I needed the most was already photographed, videotaped, and guess what? I don't remember what size it was because I put some other shoes in another box or something. So I covered up the size when I worked on the shoe. So now I have no clue what size it is. I'll measure it against some other ones and see where we're at. So I think it's a 7. But I have to be sure because I can't sell it very well unless the size is accurate. It's all ready to go and it's a one of a kind. There aren't any more. They don't make them. Stop making that style as far as I know. But I did get my other ones done that are really needed. And the money green. And went ahead and photographed that, but didn't have the time to do the video. And the bad part was it's an overcast day with the rain on and off. But it really didn't do the shoes justice, unfortunately. They look so much better with the sunshine or some kind of lighting, and I didn't have any lighting to do it with. I do have that sit-up hit. So, but I did get those listed, which those are super hot things. That's like going to be my top of the line other than this next pink one I'm going to do. I was super excited to get that up there. And about time for some new flavor balloons. They're kind of selling good. Expensive blades too. May not be any good. Everything in Florida goes bad quick because of the heat. If you have melting windows, it melts them right off. You can't leave a GPS out on the dash because it'll fry that and shorter with the heat. You have cracks in your windshield, they'll spread real fast because of the heat. Shoes wear faster, tires wear faster because of the heat. So my poor little wipers, I make a little bit of noise. I'm thinking that maybe they're needing to be replaced. Oh, I can turn the heat down just a hair now. A little too hot. Friday's slam packed. You should have seen Walmart today. My gosh. I think everybody from the United States was at that Walmart. That was hard to believe. The parking lot was well along the hall. So one of my coworkers had chipped a front tooth about 10-15 years ago and then had the dental work done here in town, actually in Fort Walton. Because I had noticed his teeth were looking really good, and I said, "Did you just have your teeth worked on?" He goes, "Well, yeah." And I said, "They look good." I said, "You just have that one fixed or something?" "No, that was like 15 years ago." I'm like, "Really?" And I said, "What is that?" I said, "Is that, like a denture piece, or is that a permanent one, or cap, or what?" And he said, "Well, I chipped that tooth and I couldn't stand it, so I went in to have them do it, so they built him up like a whole new tooth or something. And man, it looks good." I'm like, "Did you show him a picture or something so they could match it?" And he said, "No, they just did it." And he paid $1,200 cash out of his pocket to have it done. So I was like, "How much was it?" And he was like, "Yeah, it was like 15 years ago." I'm like, "Oh, God." I said, "Yeah, because they bid me anywhere from $1,500 and up to do a tooth to screw in, because I lost those 2 teeth falling in that house repeatedly. And knocked one clear out and then the other one out. And it's like I don't even want to smell anymore. I'm so mad. I mean, at least they're not directly in the front or something. But it makes me mad because I had like perfect teeth. My daddy put a lot of money in this mouth to straighten these teeth. And I've had pour some fillings in all these years. Heat is so incredible in this car that I feel like I've got a blow dryer on me. I need to dry out quick because, man, it's freezing me out. It's my hair, soaking wet in my clothes, and moving. I mean, the rain's not that heavy, it's just consistent. And I've been out in it since 6 o'clock. Moving stuff, so just got finished. So I was absolutely soaking wet like I walked in the shower. If I could just get a little bit drier, it wouldn't be so cold. My storage, I guess, has been leaking all along. One of my units, and I had the guy come look at it today. Because as soon as I opened it, there's a big puddle in the middle and a big puddle on the side and all that. And I had some boxes that went soft in the middle of the storage. I was really upset about that. And I said, it must be raining in here. It wouldn't be the first one that leaked. And they said, oh, we got all new roofs. And I'm like, well, something's wrong with this picture because I got puddles in there. This is the first time I opened it today. I've got a big giant puddle right over here. And they're real nice over there, so he looked at it, and then I showed him where it looked like it was leaking through the roof, where it had turned white. It's got metal roof, which is really the best roof you can have. It just has to be done right and put them on. But it also looked like somebody walked on it up there. You know, any roof you walk on doesn't do well. So he's gonna check it out. I wish they'd have tarped it though. God, it's really, the rain just continues, which is scheduled for like the next 3 or 4 days. It's just gonna get everything wet. The big problem is like where that big puddle is underneath is all a run stock, so no telling. I'm gonna have to go through that stuff tomorrow because when it gets wet, it's just trash. It's all money down the drain. Especially if it's wet and closed up and not bad. It would be really a bad thing. Out tonight. Man, where's the freaking door, dude? Do you not have a brain? I'm supposed to open that door when traffic is coming. What a dum-dum. I almost took that girl's door out and got her too. an island. Does that windshield wiper squeak? Well, the hell's in? Your sign is messed up. It must have got hit in one of the storms. Still messed us up like that down there. Boardwalk's all lit up tonight. That Gulfarium sign and this sign are, see how bright that sign is? That's like blinding. I would think they have like a city thing where they tell you how bright you can have that sign, because that is so bright. You know, they outlawed billboards years ago. They said they distracted drivers. So I wonder why they let them put them up now. It was kind of sad because I like billboards on road trips because it kept you awake, because it kept your mind thinking. You could read them as you're driving by on the expressway so you didn't fall asleep or whatever. For me, it was better to keep you alert, keep your mind going. Especially at night. This driver, what are you doing? Get off that phone or whatever it is you are doing. He was driving on the both lanes. Look, driving right down the middle of the road. Holy Christ. Jackson away. Oh, it's weekend night. I should have never been coming over here this way. Oh. This is nasty weekend. Weekend night. All the drums. Over there at arghh. Yeah, the rain when instructor put this bed together. Maybe I'll time out for a minute. Get rid of some of the drums. The only problem is you get the worst ones in the later part of the evening, I guess. Just less hard. Maybe. I know Harbor Walk didn't get too hot today. Justin Commons was really terrible. They were supposed to have a Mardi Gras parade tonight at Justin Commons. And this is Friday night. About 10, 15, 55 degrees. It'll get a couple degrees warmer around this other side of the bridge, the desert. We'll be there in a minute. I'm so glad you ride with me tonight. This is about the higher side of the road. Then the other side coming the other direction. The westerly direction up there. So I know there's not too pebbly over here. It's going to be wet. If you can see this guy come by, if you can see him. A lot of traffic behind me. I love this person that's all over the road behind me. Texting and drunk, whatever, not there everywhere. I hope I can get to turn right without them rear-ending me. Here, everywhere on the road. Life is such a precious thing, don't waste it. There's so much in store for you. Don't waste it, and don't waste somebody else's life doing stupid things like that. There's so many great people driving Uber that really need your money. That's who you drive drunk. Can't afford taxi right now, really. It's the greatest thing in the world. It may be saving your life and someone else's too all at the same time. Louisiana truck. That's a pretty truck. I believe that's a dog. Looks like it's brand new. Oh, look at the water over here. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the big trick. Oh, they put the new lane in. Oh, so cool. They've been talking about that for a few years. Finally, they fit it in so that we have our own thing. I don't know what this banana head is doing. Tourist. Oh, here we go. And this is about 4 foot deep. Man. This flood's so bad. It's such a poor design. Sucker warm down here. It used to stay warm because all the components were running from the dryers and washers for the hotel and the heat and air systems, and it would blow off warm in the wintertime down here. There's Dan's car all covered up. This main floor. This is where I need to go. I guess I'll go over here about the train. Let's say hi to the choo-choo train. We have one of our workers that's been in the hospital for like a couple months with corona. Yep. I should have backed in here. That's what I really need to do. Because this is tricky coming out. Matter of fact, this is where that lady backed into me. She pulled in here on accident drunk during the day. Backed into me and hit me like 3 times. And ripped the front end off my car. $2,000 damage. Broke all the lights and ripped the front bumper completely off. Yeah, backing up into me about, I guess it's from here to over there would be, it's over 100 feet right there. That's pretty stupid. I thought it was less than that. I was thinking about 60. And it's actually over 100 feet. I gotta get closer to this choo-choo train. In case a dummy decides to drive in here thinking it's the exit. It's not. Okay. It's a construction zone for the village. Okay. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Love ya.